All right, in this next example, we're going to simplify the quantity 4 plus 2i over the quantity 3 minus I. Our first step is going to be to get the imaginary part out of the denominator, and we're going to do that again by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So first we find that conjugate. The conjugate of 3 minus I is 3 plus I. And so we're going to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3 plus I. And when we do that, we're going to FOIL out our numerator. So 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 times I is 4i, and 2i times 3 is 6i, and 2i times I is 2i squared. And in the denominator, we've got 3 times 3, which is 9, and 3 times I, which is 3i, and minus I times 3, which is minus 3i, and minus I times I, which is minus I squared. Now realize we could have, since we're multiplying by the conjugate, we could have just gone ahead and skipped out on the middle terms here and just gone directly to 9 minus I squared. And as you get more comfortable with these, that's something that I would certainly suggest doing. Now we want to simplify. I'm going to replace my I squareds with negative 1s, and I'm going to combine my like terms that are there. So I've got 12. 4i plus 6i becomes 10i, and 2i squared becomes negative 2, since I squared is negative 1. And in the denominator, I've got 9 minus negative 1. And now I'm going to continue to simplify. I have more like terms to combine now. 12 and negative 2 in the numerator combine to make 10. So I've got 10 plus 10i. And in the denominator, 9 minus negative 1 gives me 10 also. And now one more step from here. I want to actually split this into two fractions. Since I have a single term in my denominator, and I'm going to reduce both of those two fractions, this splits into 10 over 10 plus 10i over 10. 10 over 10 is 1, and 10i over 10 is just I. And I end up finding out that this simplifies to 1 plus I.